trying something new. You guys get the fancy camera today because I have to film other things. Ooh. So this is the week 31 video. There are only a few things that I really want to talk about this week, but one of them is kind of a big discovery for me. So I talked last week about my little notebook that I take to all my appointments with questions in it that I come up with throughout the week. Things that I haven't come across yet, or things my midwives or doctors haven't brought up to me that are not in the handouts that they give me every time I go. And so I had an appointment last week, just a standard run of the mill. I'm now going every 2 weeks, which is definitely reassuring. And so I had my list of questions and I asked them. And then I asked the midwife, I was like, I feel kind of silly asking these because some of these seem like questions and pieces of information that should be freely given. They seem important enough that they should be standard preparatory information for pregnancy and birth. And it was a nice conversation. It wasn't like I was calling them out for not giving me the information that I felt like they should be giving me. For example, on the sheets that they give me every week, they have like, remember not to drink alcohol. And I'm like, come on, do we really have to remind people? This is like a waste of space. I need information about how best to get baby in position and how to like set up my post-baby care in terms of what goes in the mesh underwear. And my midwife, who is lovely, and I've met a bunch of them, they're all absolutely wonderful at my practice, is like, Casey, actually, we do have to remind people not to drink every time. The stuff you're seeing on the internet of these women who make it seem really, really important to know every single thing that's happening at every single moment of their pregnancy and want to control and manipulate every single thing that's happening to their baby in utero are not normal. But of course, the sensationalized stuff is the stuff that we're seeing on the internet. So when I see these videos of like, if you want an easy delivery, your partner better be doing this during labor and 3 weeks before and 4 weeks before, here's the best way to prep all of your baby food or whatever. Here's the only way your baby will not die as long as you do these sanitation things to your bottles. She was like, don't listen to that. If you want information about a specific thing, go for it. Absolutely go find it. No big deal. Generally, she's in the same boat as I am. Like, the more information you have, the more you're able to like make choices. But pregnancy can be a very overwhelming time. You can be pretty anxious. There are a lot of unknowns, but you need to remember that women have been doing this for millennia. Yes, there are things that go wrong, but your body is doing what it's supposed to do. Trust. If you feel like something's wrong, absolutely talk to us about it. If we see something that's irregular or not expected, we're gonna tell you about it. And we're gonna find whatever the next step is together. And that was really reassuring to me because I've been constantly like looking all over the internet, trying to feel like I've got everything ready to go. And luckily I found some really cool resources that have really helped me ease my anxiety. But as I get closer and closer to delivery, I'm like, have I done everything I need to do? Am I properly prepared for delivery? What can I do to make birth less scary and less painful? And I'm finding that I'm being manipulated by all of these women on the internet who are like, do this for an easy delivery. Otherwise, your delivery is gonna suck. It's just not true. I mean, it's gonna suck either way, but it's, for a woman, one of the biggest medical events in your life, hopefully. We know it's gonna hurt. We know it's gonna be painful, and we know there can be complications. So we want, as the planner types, to do everything we can to not experience anything awful. But I have to remember it's gonna hurt either way. There's no point in like getting stressed out by all these like weirdo psycho people on the internet who like spend their entire lives prepping for this one day. It's like, it's one day. It's the same thing with weddings. The lore behind a wedding was like, it's the greatest day of your life. Like, you're gonna just be so happy. You're gonna want every single thing that you could possibly be sold on your wedding day, because if you don't have it, you're gonna be miserable, and it's not gonna be the ultra special, secret, wonderful, magnificent show-off day that you could have. I'm finding it's the same with labor and delivery. People are hyping up stuff that does not matter, that does not need to be a part of the conversation. And it folds real good into my minimalism stuff where it's like, man, people are overcomplicating every part of their lives. And it's, as I get older and older and go through more and more of these milestones in my life, the more I realize I've made the right choice in trying to streamline and decomplicate my life. Because this is just unhealthy. Anyway, baby is fine. He has kind of plateaued in growth apparently, but no big deal. We have another ultrasound scheduled, which is wonderful here in the next 2 weeks. That'll also be really reassuring. I get to see him one more time before he's here. But we are in the final countdown. It's insane. But we've got the shower coming up, which I'm still really excited about. I've got my dresses, obviously all secondhand from the thread up. What? I'm really looking forward to having a full house of people. The two of the folks who are planning the shower that are from New York are staying with me for like 2 weeks. So it's gonna be a really good distraction as I get closer and closer to doing this thing. It's basically really the final countdown because I finally counted like how many shoots I have left, like how much work I have to do left before I go on maternity leave. And there really are not that many. Like it's too many for the amount of time between now and then, but it's exciting because every time I go out and do a shoot, I'm like, all right, one less. It's the last time you're at this theater before you have a baby. It's the last time you're at this school before you have a baby. And it's really exciting. So I'm now at the point of largeness that I really find it difficult to do pretty much anything. If I do not do yoga on a daily basis, my shoulders and back start screaming at me in the middle of the night, which is very unpleasant. So basic things are getting harder and harder. I was gonna try to go outside and do some yard work today and pull some weeds, and we'll see if I'm able to do that. But even doing laundry and doing dishes and putting all my food away is, doing laundry and doing dishes and things, I can't reach the sink anymore, really, with my stomach in the way. So just getting up is starting to be really difficult. I would not say that I'm at the point of like, get this baby out of me, but I am at the point that I'm like, how much bigger do I have to get? So anyway, that's my week 31 update. We are in the final stretch, like 8 weeks left to go to be like full 40 weeks. But the fact that he could come, you know, I want him to stay in there for a couple, you know, at least another month. But like, if he comes in May, that's fine. And I'm just really excited. So another week of learning how to deal with the anxiety of all of this, learning how to let go, learning to be in the process. We have our birth classes coming up. We have my breastfeeding class coming up. We have our newborn class coming up. There's all sorts of like stuff that's going to really help me get the information that I actually need to have. I think that'll put both Dan and I at ease. It's making it real. It's getting real over here, guys. Okay, that's it for this week. I will be back next week. Thank you so much. Talk to you later. Bye.